more, dropping bombs on your news. Mic drop, then alarms, now they press snooze. Mainstream spinning, but I won't play that game. A nuclear flow, turning that truth from motivational flame. Megan Fox crushing all the talking heads as they spoon feed their paid piggies. Gotta keep them misled with blazing Lego vision. I see all the signs exposed in the agenda. Miss these epic rhymes. Intellectual assault on the mainstream, not in the current of the mainstream. Medium smart will never be silenced. They won't let spin, fighting appliance. It's intellectual assault on the mainstream, never ride in the current of the lame stream. Bro, I can burn water, but I'm spitting facts. Top shelf, sorting mass facts, reporting news, and not like you make it. I'm award-winning, and I don't have to fake it. Megan Fox, an authentic voice, giving the masses a hard-hitting choice. That umbrella guy, hammering his song, while Megan Fox rights those wrongs. Now we hit the end of this tune, declaring war isn't even new. Making dinner and still dropping rhymes like granite. In my area code, please, you're not even on my plan. Yeah, you're outclassed and you never knew. By the time I press singulars are through, breaking storms while you're chasing hunches. I'm a news titan, never pulling punches.
Hey guys, happy Saturday afternoon. Welcome back to the show. I am your favorite host, Megan Fox, medium smart journalist. I know it's different. It's weird to see me on a Saturday, but things are happening. Thanksgiving is coming, and I'm not going to be here for a lot of the week next week, and I have so much to go over that it just had to happen. Here I am making America 80s again. I'm wearing my leg warmers. It's the pink ones today. Get your leg warmers out. You're going to need them for this. I have a special surprise for you, a very special surprise that no one saw coming, including me. That's that umbrella guy, Tug.
All right, what's up? What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I didn't think I could pull this one off, but
yeah, he's not normally able to join me in the middle of the afternoon, but this is very special. We are going to go over the LOLyer in the What the Hale's case. And for those of you, I was thinking about this. For those of you people who have never heard of this case, you don't know who the What the Hale's is. I'm going to try and do a TLDR. Are you ready, Tug? You ready for this?
It's gonna be the craziest thing I've ever heard, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's see how fast you can. Let's see how well you can break it down fast.
All right, ready? What the Hale's is a big YouTube channel, 700,000 subscribers, run by Jeremy Hales and his girlfriend George. They videotape their lives, they search for treasures, they buy storage units, and they moved into Otter Creek, Florida, which is the craziest, methiest place in the history of the United States.
Methiest.
Well, and they also have a very bad neighbor problem in Levy County. Like everybody has a bad neighbor problem, like not just them. There's other people. We've covered those cases here. This is a bad neighbor story. And it begins, Jeremy Hale says that a super fan stalked him to Otter Creek, bought property across the street from him, and then started making his life hell, trying to get his money and audience and grift off of him, etc. The neighbor, Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis, Preston, I think I got that right, and her live-in ex-husband, John Cook, they say that's not true at all. Jeremy Hales just started making content out of them by pretending that they were stalking him and doing these terrible things. There are Facebook pages that the two bad neighbors set up against Jeremy Hales. There's all sorts of horrific defamatory stuff that was said. They are now being sued by Jeremy Hales in federal court for defamation and tortious interference. They both tried to get restraining orders against each other. Jeremy Hales got one in Ohio that is supposed to cover Florida, but Florida won't do anything about it. Florida Levy County Sheriff won't enforce it. And the neighbor tried to get one against him, but failed. She dismissed it. What did I miss? Is that it? I think I did it.
Sorta, kinda, but man, the main story, sure. There's just so much auxiliary crazy. It's like, well.
And where this today comes in is that Lynette Preston used to be pro se. She had one lawyer for a little while, Silverman, who helped her in the harassment case. that she eventually dismissed. But another lawyer has now entered the fray, and his name is, we call him Bruce. He came in out of nowhere like a bat out of hell, and very much like David Gingras in the Laura Owens case, he's made everyone's life a misery. He's making things worse for his client and for everyone else. He's filed 2 frivolous lawsuits. And here's the other thing. You got to know about this lawsuit, the thumbnail lawsuit. If you care about copyright and if you care about fair use in YouTube, you need to care about that case. The case is about copyright. He's suing a bunch of people, including YouTuber Larry Foreman and What the Hales now. So DUI Guy Plus and What the Hales for using his client's picture in a thumbnail. This is a case that everybody should care about. And now Bruce is after any YouTuber, threatening any YouTuber who's carrying this story and doesn't agree with his client. And he has now taken it to another level where he is not only just threatening me with lawsuits and threatening Tug with lawsuits, threatening anybody who covered this with lawsuits, including suing Larry. He has now started to send what I consider defamatory letters about me to my friends and colleagues on YouTube, trying to isolate me, destroy my reputation, and destroy this channel.
Yes, while also including people that that participate in that. Let's see, anti-whomever, anti-what they don't want reported media ecosystem, right?
That's right. He started his own little anti-What the Hales media ecosystem with a couple of small channels that do nothing but broadcast all day long with negative stories about us, about anybody who covers this story and agree with Jeremy Hales. And he copied those people on these letters that he sent out. I know he sent out more than one. I don't know how many exactly, but of course, one of them got back to me. He sent one to Dave Neal. And we're going to read that today. We're going to share that with you today. Now, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to support this show and help to fund my legal expenses, which we'll probably need, make sure you send super chats. You can, if you're on Rumble, there's Rumble Rants. You can also support the show on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, running across the bottom of the screen. I appreciate it. But you can also support the show by hitting the thumbs up button on any of those platforms. And hello to X. We are broadcasting there today as well. I have no idea what you do over there. I don't know how it works. So hello, X. I don't know what we do over there, but if you want to come and join the fun chat, it's on YouTube. Okay. I'm trying to think now. So I took it as a threat that he copied the anti-What the Hales media ecosystem on this email that he sent to Dave Neal. Now, Dave Neal does not have anything to do with this case. He has not covered this case, not even a little bit.
Nope.
So why he is being targeted as somebody who needs to know about this, you really need to ask yourself that question while we read this, because it's absurd.
Yes, I think that answer is pretty clear, though. Why? Because he talks to you.
Yeah, he's trying to alienate me from my friends. And also, I think it could be seen as more tortious interference because he's trying to destroy my work relationships with people on YouTube and also destroy my reputation and scare YouTubers away from talking to me. Think about that. By the way, I don't think this is going to work, because I have really good relationships with everybody on YouTube that I know. As far as I know, I don't think anybody truly hates me all that much. If I have a problem with someone, I keep it to myself. Everybody else I've been very kind to, and I've helped out a lot of people. So good luck finding somebody who really just, hates me that much. I don't know. Maybe he can.
I'm sure they can find somebody, but it's just it's absurd. It's not going to work with people like Dave Neal for sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. Poor Dave. He needs another crazy lawyer after him,
Oh, by the way, Megan, you notice how it's silent while I'm sitting here? I have gotten my new chair on the prowl. Listen to that. Oh, no sound when I move around. It's not like Isn't it amazing?
That's awesome. Congratulations on getting a new chair, Tug.
I know, it's crazy. Anyway, I had to throw that in there, because it sounds like I'm not here anymore. Usually you can hear me when I'm sitting there. Like if I move, it's like, you know.
Yes, it's so quiet. I hardly know what to think. All right, so let's get started here. We've got, hi, Dave. Forgive the length. So we know we're in for a long one. We're in for a long haul. I'm the lawyer. He spelled LOLyer wrong, by the way.
No,
L-O-L.
man.
LOLYER is what he is. I'm the
He'd
lawyer.
also be called a liar.
True. Bruce from Oregon says, motion to compel LOLyer to change his name. I was here first.
Hey,
Yes.
let me throw this out there too. Since this is impromptu, pretty much. If you would tell people we're live, like this is all impromptu. Megan's like, hey, I'm gonna go
I got some
live. You
time.
know, I need to get in a little time before holidays come up. It's like, all right. And I was like, well, I'm not home. You know, and then later on, she was like, I am going live. I was like, give me 20 minutes. I'm gonna get home. You know. So
Tom was flying down the back roads of Tennessee, just, trying to get home. Oh, so good. I do not have any monitors on X, Linz. I don't know how X works. I know it's live there right now. And I'm experimenting for a month to see if X will pay me. It'll be great. All right. Or not great. In a month, if it's not great, I will stop.
that sounds bad. Best case scenario, it sounds like you're going on a dance floor being like, hey, I wonder if this X will pay me.
Yes, my monetization is turned on X, so it should. I don't know. I got paid for that viral tweet the other day, and that was kind of exciting. So I thought, well, maybe I should be streaming there. Oh.
Try it out. It can't hurt anything, you know.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt.
But yeah, tell people we're live. Like this thing. Megan does not shield this. So like, share, and also if you would like to support further, make sure that you give her some breadstick money.
Breadstick money. Thanks, K-Dubs, for the first breadstick money of the day. $10. Says, I love you, Megan. Well, I love you too, K-Dubs. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all of you for being here. So he says, I am the LOLyer, Megan Fox, and that umbrella guy. So you're in here too. Referred to as Bruce from the Otter Creek What the Hale story she covers in sarcastic quotation marks. That's
Wait.
curious.
I'm offended. He threw me in there, and you only get billing. What's up now?
I guess.
Maybe he does know my pronouns. I also refer to myself as she sometimes.
Yeah. Well, maybe he got that right. That's true. I mean, you know, maybe he didn't know. Sometimes I'm known as Bubbles. I don't know why he would put this in here.
Why do you put Shizzy Wiznut in here? Like, I mean, I love Shizzy, but come on, man. I mean, you know.
You want people to take you seriously. You probably shouldn't be referencing people named that umbrella guy and Shizzy Wiznut. I'm just saying.
It's just like, though, I mean, that's not really, you know, when you go outside of circles of coverage, a lot of times people won't know a channel. So, I mean, he has a hate on for Shizzy Wiznut, too.
It's so weird. Sometimes I'm known as Bubbles, a name coined by another YouTuber, Shizzy Wiznut, milking content from the What the Hale story. Milk it. It thankfully seems to have supplanted the original villain nickname given to me by Jeremy Hale's Deuce Foreskin.
Deuce Foreskin, he actually wrote that out. Oh my God. And then, of course, he blames him. I saw that next part there.
So I guess he really hates Deuce Foreskin. He doesn't like that name. I guess we should have continued it. But this is so stupid. A little anti-Semitic tinge is always nice for some people. So now he's claiming that the nickname Deuce Foreskin, which just rhymes with his real name, is anti-Semitic? How?
Wait.
Jews don't have a foreskin.
Wait, so saying someone has a foreskin is in this? Oh my God.
No, it's the opposite, right?
Because I don't understand.
If you were trying to reference that you think he's Jewish, which we have no idea, and I don't care, why would you
I don't know. That broke something in my mind. I don't even know how to respond to that.
I know. Me either. But he has to throw in his, digs anywhere he can. He's just making shit up off the top of his head. I wonder And again, he thinks that he's not like David Gingras. You're going to see in here, he gets very upset that I compared him to David Gingras. But David Gingras and his client both tried to pull this fake anti-Semitic stuff. Same exact thing. They said that the word cockroach was anti-Semitic when he used it on us.
Wait, foreskin cockroach?
Oh my God. You're so right, Tug. There's a connection.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'd reply to a few queries. People who write like this should get slapped. Do you can just say question, okay?
Wait, I actually think he's homophobic. Queries? Oh, come on.
A little undercover homophobia for you there, Bruce.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you? Do you have number one? We have a numbered list now. Again, try to remember that this is going to Dave Neal. Like Dave cares about any of this. Do you have some understanding or even just an image of what the Hale's YouTube story about the bad neighbors and the related litigation? I don't even know what that question means. Do you have some understanding or even just an image? What? I wouldn't even know how to answer that.
Just an image?
What do you mean? Like, have you ever seen Jeremy Hale's face before? I mean, oh my God.
Have you ever seen a shit shag? Maybe that's a question.
If so, is Megan Fox the only source of whatever you do know or hear about it? I couldn't possibly be the only source if he had, because Legal Vices has covered it. MG Law, Shizzy was not. I think, has Ian covered it yet? No, he covered Laura Owens. Who else? You, me. Oh, DUI guy who has way more subscribers than me.
Yeah, of course, DUI guy covered it. He's actually being sued because he covered it, remember?
And by the way, I should have said in my TLDR, this case led to a judge being booted off of Jeremy Hale's case by a writ of prohibition from the appeals court. If that's not a huge news story, nothing is. That is, of course, reason to cover this story alone. There's a whole bunch of other reasons, but that one right there, huge. And he's had to recuse himself now from 3 different cases related to this because of his extreme bias, corruption, and illegal behavior. That's a huge story.
And he does not seem to enjoy doing that either.
Number 3, now that Megan has told you on a live stream that I'm just like Dave Gingras because I'm in it for the fame, may I take some of your time to respond?
So he was listening the other night.
Of course he's listening. He's probably here right now. But I banned him from my chat, so he can't talk in chat unless he's under some fake name.
Oh, man. I wonder if he has like a pillow buddy, Megan Fox.
like one of those Japanese things. You buy the big pillow with the character on it.
Oh my God, he's probably gone down to Build-A-Bear, and it played like something when you're like, Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. It's probably got one. It's got the little sound thing in there. It's like, hey, Megan, Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. Oh, no.
Oh, God. When it comes to what the Hale's case, Megan refuses to let me chat in her echo chamber. You know why? It's my echo chamber. I don't have to let you in. I don't have to let anybody chat in my echo chamber that I don't want to have in here. That's what's great about having my own little chat chamber. No one comes in except by me. No one comes to this program but through me. I love it. I don't have a staff. I don't have a producer. I don't have to argue with anybody. I just say, no, thanks. Megan refuses to let me chat in her echo chamber, let alone respond to her many, many attacks and defamatory statements about me and my clients. Of course, he doesn't list any of these alleged defamatory statements. Personally, I think this letter is the most defamatory thing in this case so far, other than what his clients did to Jeremy Hale's. But my goodness, he never gives any examples of this. I watched Gingras's videos and your response to one and read up and learned enough about the Owens-Eckerd case to realize the same that you and Megan do about the claim. about Owens and about Gingras for taking that case, and now for the way he is conducting himself. Imagine, he's trying to put himself in a different category, saying Gingras is worse than him somehow.
He's so upset by that.
I don't know how he doesn't see that he is exactly the same. He is acting in exactly the same way. He is talking about active litigation all over YouTube, making an ass out of himself. Lawyers don't do this. Notice Larry, a DUI guy, Larry Foreman, is not talking about this case anymore because he is involved in active litigation involving it. A smart lawyer will not talk about that anymore. Once there's active litigation, and if you have clients and you're representing them, if you do any more than a 2 to 3 minute interview outside a courthouse once in a while, you're a moron during active litigation, period. And that's my opinion, but it's an opinion shared by lots of people. It's just not what lawyers do. Oh,
He doesn't just talk about it. He goes on a PR channel and talks about it. Come on.
let's be honest. He got that PR channel together. He made that
That's
PR
true.
channel happen. He's the one who said, I'm putting together an anti-what the Hales media ecosystem. He recruited these people to do this. And then he sits there for 5 hours talking about active litigation, defaming Jeremy some more, going into all this other crap, supporting these people who went and talked to Jeremy's son, trying to get into his divorce. I've never seen an attorney act like this before, ever in my whole life, except for David Gingras.
Went to where the man lives, went to the town, drove around, talked about vehicles. I mean, just,
The people, no, his PR people, not Bruce, but the PR.
That's what I mean. He's, these people went on there, and I mean, this is all the stuff they've done, and he's like, I think I'll be on there too. It won't hurt anything.
Oh my God. So the way for Megan to flippantly and gratuitously clump me in with that type of lawyer based on the public profile he has created for himself is defamatory. Bruce, you have created the exact same kind of public profile for yourself by sitting on that hate channel for 5 hours a day.
No, wait. So comparing him to another lawyer in and of itself is defamatory. That's fascinating. So by its own logic, wouldn't that mean him talking about said lawyer would be defamatory?
I mean, this doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, how do you call me comparing lawyers defamatory? To say, hey, this lawyer reminds me of that lawyer. And you know what? I don't have to like a lawyer. I don't have to like Bruce. And I can say I don't like him. I can say I think he's an ass. I can say all kinds of things about Bruce. My opinion of him is not defamatory. And he can do that. He can talk about me too. He can say what he thinks about me. But what he can't do is make false statements about me. So let's see what else is false in here. I predict that Gingras will face discipline for the statements he has made about Judge Mata. Well, that's interesting because Bruce has made a bunch of statements about a judge in Connecticut too. Now, I haven't looked at that very closely, so I don't know if what he said is discipline worthy, but he has had discipline action started against him in Connecticut because of some of the stuff he's done in that case. I don't know what the outcome will be, or if it's even over. I don't even know. But certainly somebody at the bar thought that it was worth looking into. So there's another similarity. David Gingras is under investigation by the Arizona bar. And we know that Bruce was under investigation by the Connecticut bar. And I don't know how that turned out. So, or if it's even over. Even with those public statements on his YouTube videos, I believe his rhetoric in the appeal brief, which he read on his video, would itself constitute misconduct. Yeah, I agree. He noted that only false statements would subject him to discipline. Wrong. False or with reckless disregard, meaning you can't just get away with it by saying, I don't know if it's true or false. I believe it. You better be able to back it up. Well, I don't have to back up my personal opinions of Bruce's behavior. I can just fascinating. I can just say I think his behavior is shitty.
Well, that's really fascinating considering some of the stuff he's participated in with What the Hells. Considering, again, his client isn't just Michelle Preston, it's also John Cook. And he has one client saying some pretty heinous shit about the other client.
Yes, he does. And he's going to have to fight that in court, and I'll be there to cover it. I emailed. Now, here's a bombshell. I emailed Gingras. He contacted David Gingras about me before learning what I have about him in the Owens Eckert case to see if he wanted to compare notes on Megan, since she was frequently mentioning him and me together by way of equating us. I haven't followed up.
That's fucking insane.
It's crazy. So I knew that he probably had done this. I had a feeling that those two were talking because, what better way to try and, put their super blunder twin power action together and try and take me down together, because they want to shut me up. Unfortunately for them, I'm not easy to shut up. And I have a right to my free speech, and I have a right to my opinions about this case. And he wants to intimidate and silence anyone who doesn't agree with him and his clients about this case. I've never seen a lawyer behave this way other than him and David Gingras. They're made for each other. They are MFEO. I'm telling you. Okay, Megan mentioned that I got involved in the What the Hale's Bad Neighbors case for fame because I was trying to get my macaroni and cheese corruption scandal story reported. I've been open and upfront from the start about how I originally was in contact with YouTuber DUI Guy Plus, who is Kentucky lawyer Larry Foreman, who scheduled a live stream with me, then canceled. Because I was checking out his channel, I discovered what was happening with this Otter Creek What the Hale situation. I was appalled. Foreman himself and several other lawyers. So first of all, I just want you guys to notice he did not deny what I said. Do you see that? Megan mentioned I got involved in the What the Hale's Bad Neighbors case for fame because I was trying to get my story reported, and I've been open and upfront about it from the start. So he's admitting it. And he's written it.
Yeah, he wrote it out.
And I have him on tape saying it. I have several. We could play the clips of him saying it. I have those. But I mean,
these people say the silent shit out loud. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And there's another problem here that I'll have to think about whether I want to say or not. I think I might keep it to myself because strategic wise, it's a real blunder for him. Let me just say, he really stepped in it writing this letter. He really stepped in it. I was appalled. Foreman himself and several other lawyers with YouTube channels were attacking a Florida state judge for content, always on Hale's side to ensure the privilege of using his content without fear of a strike. Who were they attacking? A Florida state judge? Well, that sounds really bad until you find out that judge got removed by the appellate court under a writ of prohibition, an extraordinary writ of prohibition for his corrupt and outrageous behavior. So let me ask you something. Does a judge like that deserve to be attacked? Attacked. I mean, attacked.
Yeah,
what does that even mean? Attacked is such a stupid word. What he means is that we were criticizing that judge. Does a judge like that deserve to be criticized? Yes.
Hasn't he been talking a lot of smack about a sitting judge himself? Huh.
Oh, yes, he has. He goes and he talks about this corrupt judge in Connecticut all the time that he calls corrupt. Judge Craig DeThomasis is a disgrace to the bench. And all the lawyers who covered that case, by the way, they all had no problem saying that out loud because we were all watching the same thing happen. We were watching a judge litigate from the bench. We were watching him give advice to a pro se litigant that he should not have given. He was biased towards the litigant. He was biased against Jeremy Hales. He was screaming at his lawyers. He kept Randy in a different case almost past sundown on the Sabbath, and he's Jewish. I mean, this is a guy who did so many things on the bench. He should be publicly flogged for what he did, not just taken off a case. He should be taken off the bench and like do the caning thing that they do in Singapore, where they whack you on the ass with a bamboo cane. I think that's what we should do to him. But I could be going a little overboard. I would like to bring back public caning, though. I think that would be good for America. He was being Legal Vices says he was being a petulant judge tard. There's this idea that look at how he's trying to mislead Dave, by the way, by this poor Florida state judge. This poor Florida state judge was just being attacked by these YouTubers for no reason whatsoever. Excuse me? And then it says here, Hales has struck several small channels that have covered him critically, even when it's clear fair use. Well, he can't say it's clear fair use. The only person who can say that is a judge. And if Jeremy wants to take it to court and fight it, he has the right to do that. And those creators, if they feel they've been unfairly hit, can go to court and make their case. I decided to help Hales' bad neighbors. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I decided to help Hale's bad neighbors? I'm just going to let that sit and marinate for a second after you heard that last paragraph. I'm definitely going to keep to myself what I think is the big problem here, though, because I don't think he knows it yet. By supplying a motion to file pro se against his federal complaint, which ended up stalling his case, preventing him from his promised steamrolling of them for 5 months.
He's bragging yet again about stalling out the case. What the fuck, man?
Yet again, he's bragging about holding up a federal case. He is and the motion was denied. Once that motion was denied, I appeared in the case, so he knew that the motion was going to fail. So he filed a motion in a case to delay it for 5 months. He wrote this, you guys. I did not write. This is a real email that he wrote. He's admitting to doing this. I appeared in the case, and now they can both defend against his claims and file their own claims against him coming soon. Okay.
He's still in somebody else's lines. What's up?
Yeah, he is. Stop stealing Shara's lines. By the time I realized I could appear pro hoc vice, specially for one case? What?
Pro hack vice, you said?
Pro hoc vice. By the time I realized I could appear pro hoc vice, specially for one case, I don't think specially is not a word. And he wonders why I think he's a bad lawyer. He can't even do spell check. Against, specially. What he is special. He is a kind of my dad would call him a special kind of asshole. That was what my dad would say. In a Florida federal court to represent Hales' cyber stalking victims in his frivolous, vexatious lawsuit he filed, as well as to pursue their claims against him for destroying their lives for his YouTube content, a gravy train on which Megan Fox has ridden since last February under the guise of covering a story as long as it's on Hales' side. What? First of all, I don't like this sentence at all. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. I have not been writing anything on YouTube, certainly not on YouTube. Just get that thought right out of your head. The gravy train is he's stealing stuff from Shara. I'm telling you. I wish he had just gone for the full groupie cash train. That would have been funnier. What would have been funnier? Look at Aussie. Just Jen says, "Oh no, not the gravy train." This is great, Tug. Look at this. I'd already become famous, and my mac and cheese story was already out there. Famous? This guy? He thinks he's famous.
So he's begging any tiny channel that's out there, please cover this, sir. Please. It's like the Tiny Tim of lawyers out there. Give me some porridge and coverage, sir. It's like, no. Yeah, that's fame right there.
He had already become famous. He thinks he's famous. Oh my Lord, this guy has an inflated sense of something. But I took the steps to be admitted to the Florida court, including paying admission fee. Well, good for you, sir. Seal clap for Bruce. He paid his admission fee. And appear.
Do we get the R too?
And appear as counsel. And I devote about half of my law practice to the case pro bono. Yeah, half because you only have 2 cases probably. Come on. While absorbing attacks and threats. Who has threatened Bruce? Who has threatened Bruce?
I'm serious.
And being regularly mocked and defamed. on full-length live streams by Megan Fox and Umbrella Guy, both of whom make a fortune by propagating Hale's fake storylines involving my neighbors and my clients.
It's so no good. Help me. Ah, man.
Wait, absorbing attacks and threats. First of all, this is fake. This is false and defamatory right here. False and defamatory right here. Absorbing attacks and threats. You show me where I've ever threatened you, Bruce. You've threatened me several times. You threatened me so many times. I had to kick you out of my chat. I have an entire file with the threats against me and against Hug. I've never threatened you in any way. I have never. How could I threaten you? I don't. What? Because I talk about a case you're on. Oh my God, grow up. And this part I will absolutely cop to. Regularly mocking. Yep.
Yeah.
I do that. But defamed? No. Again, attacks, threats, and defamation. You're going to have to prove that.
Yeah. Remember, he says though, calling him an ambulance chaser. That's defamation.
Yeah, he thinks calling him an ambulance chaser is defamation when it's really just a lawyer joke.
Yeah, I don't actually cover medical. Like, really?
He doesn't even know what an ambulance chaser is. It's somebody who chases after a client. It's somebody who chases after a client. And I don't know. This sure sounds like you chased after a client right here. Right in here is where you really made the mistake, Bruce. You really made a mistake right here. This right here is the definition of an ambulance chasing LOLyer. Right here. And you wrote it yourself. Oh my God. I can't even. Yeah, we should start calling him Boo-hoo Bruce. Boo-hoo Bruce is Boo-hoo Bruce. They're mocking me. Jeez. All right. Where are we at? Both of whom are you making a fortune, Tug? Do you make a fortune?
I make $1 billion. Actually, I need another avatar for that. Come on, where are you?
You need your one with the. Oh yeah, there you go.
$1 million. Yep.
Oh God, it's not a fortune, but I am allowed to make money. I'm allowed to make money on my YouTube content, and so fuck off, Bruce. Fox and that Umbrella Guy profit from Hale's cyber stalking under the guise of journalism. This is a novel thing he's come up with. He thinks he's going to get all of the YouTubers who covered this story and didn't agree with his clients. He thinks he's going to have us charged under RICO for cyber stalking under the guise of journalism.
Yeah, that's the kicker in there. Anybody can cover this as long as he has a caveat on that. As long as you agree with him. If you don't agree with him.
Or as long as you live up to his standard of what's fair coverage. But see, he's not my producer. You're not my boss. I work for myself for a reason. Because I don't do well being told what to do. I'm not good at being told, you will do this, you will do that. I just say, no, fuck you, I'm out. So you don't get to tell me what to do and how to do it. This is my show. This is my life. And you don't get in my brain. And my brain gets to think about things and stories and look at evidence and come to the conclusions that I want to come to, not you. You don't get to tell me how to cover it. You don't get to tell me that my coverage is unfair. You don't get to, I don't care if it's unfair. And frankly, it can be unfair. It doesn't matter.
Randomly writing people like Dave Neal, people that you're friendly with, that you're on live streams with, and he knows that because you were on a live stream the other day. That's I'm going to say what prompted this. That's not cyber stalking.
No.
Going out contacting everyone that you know.
Yeah, look at that.
What
is he doing?
You.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
Who have I contacted in Bruce's life? Anyone? Have I sent? No one, not one person have I haven't looked into his life. I haven't tried to contact anyone, even that awful wife of his, who's always like saying nasty shit about me too. I haven't even looked at her. I don't talk to her. I don't talk to any of these people. I haven't looked into any of these people. I haven't contacted anybody's family, nobody's friends, nothing. This is crazy. He is going after all of my friends. He is the one cyber stalking me. He is sending me unsolicited emails that I do not want, and I've told him to stop. He's coming into my chat when I tell him not to. I had to ban him from there. He is threatening me with lawsuits. I have not done anything to this man other than say, I think he's a bad lawyer. I think his lawsuits and motions suck. I think he's going to get denied in court, and I think he's going to lose. And I think
He
he's
went
an
to
ambulance
David
chaser.
Gingras, the guy who threatened to ruin not just Dave Neal, but also many other people as well, including yourself. He seems to really hate just specific people. You're in his definitely top 5. And he reached out to them to quote unquote compare notes. Not compare notes on cases, mind you, but to compare notes on Megan.
On me.
Yes, his words, you know. I mean, that's just to see if he wanted to compare notes on Megan.
He thinks that this is not cyber stalking. This is crazy. It's not even cyber stalking. This is just like flat out stalking. This is gang stalking kind of behavior. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And he's doing it to a member of the media to make me stop reporting a story. He thinks this is going to scare me away from it. He also thinks he's going to remove all of my support from my YouTube friends and colleagues. He thinks that he's going to scare them away from covering this story by doing this. Frankly, I think he's wrong. I think it will not. It will backfire, because what will happen is other YouTubers who have not been interested in this story are going to start getting interested in it because my reputation is pretty good, and my reputation. I find stories, and my stories go national. And judges have to recuse themselves. Judges get booted off the bench. Lawyers have to recuse themselves. Guardian ad litems. I have an entire wall. I have an entire wall of recusals and from the stories that I've done, that I've put out there. People who quit after I write about them and what they've been doing. I have a pretty good reputation in this, not only in media, but in my YouTube community for bringing stories to the forefront that other people cover. The Laura Owens v. Eckert case, when I popped on that, so did Ian Runkle, so did Legal Vices, so did all these other lawyers. I've got a good reputation for bringing good stories, period. So they can complain. He can complain that I'm not a journalist or that whatever, or that I'm cyber under the guise of journalism. No, what I do is actual journalism. I don't.
He's just mad because you pointed out things like him laughing about a child choking and other horrible shit like that.
It is pretty horrible shit. When have you ever heard of a public stalker of private victims? He's lying again. Lynette Preston is not a private victim. She's not a private person. She's a limited purpose public official. She ran for public office. She runs a 501c where she solicits public donations. She solicits the media to write stories about her and her adoption. Even the story with adopting the little girl, she went to the newspaper and she had an article written about it. Of course, Lynette only wants good stories written about her. So she gets angry when people write bad stories about her. But she is in no way a private person. She has sought out public, just like Laura Owens. She sought out media attention. Laura Owens sought out media attention, and they didn't get the media attention they wanted. They got what they deserved, but they didn't get what they wanted. That doesn't make them private individuals. This is unprecedented. No, it isn't. Fox and that umbrella guy are complicit.
Complicit.
We have to change professional to complicit.
Complicitly professional.
I write this at risk of it becoming content fodder. Well, congratulations. At least you knew the risk.
By the way, let me just note, since there are now 2,000 people here, if you enjoy this content fodder, make sure that you share, make sure that you like, and well, I guess, what would he say we were getting? You're getting rich off of this?
Yeah, so make me medium rich at least.
Yes, medium rich. There
make
you go.
Make me medium rich. Send super chats. Because super chats help. The breadstick money helps. In fact, we have a bunch to go over. We should probably go over some of these. Rhea Norman, thanks for the 2. Please tell me Nick Rekieta got an email. I haven't checked. He's very busy right now. It's very possible that he did and he never checks his email. I will ask him when I can, but that would be hilarious. I mean, that would be, I'm praying for that to happen. Bruce, if you haven't sent one to Nick Ricchetti yet, please do. Please do. Patricia Cerny, thanks for the 20 for a new chair fund. Oh, that's nice. I think my chair is doing okay so far, but I'll save it for the next time. I'm not handing it over to Tug.
I'm telling you, every time I'm back up, I'm like, wait a minute.
Sounds like you're floating. It sounds like you're floating.
I know, it's weird, man. It's almost like I disappear sometimes, you know.
K-Dubs, thanks for the gifted 10 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, everybody. It's weird in here and apparently complicit, you know. Thank K-Dubs. Thank K-Dubs for the memberships if you got one. Sarah Annie Anderson, thanks for the 2. They threw the baby away but kept the foreskin. I don't know what that means. Okay, Slug Entertainment, thanks for the 2. Address the gay harvesting allegations. I'm surprised he didn't put that in this, Slug. Oh, shoot. I just lost a super chat. I didn't mean to. Whoever's was right after that, I just unstarred on accident. And I don't know what it said.
Megalodonus foe, what in the world have you done?
I know. I think I lost somebody's super chat. I'm so sorry.
Rebel
Bird.
You know they're in the StreamYard thing.
I don't know where to find them. No, see, you never unstar them. I do, so they disappear off my starred list.
You know where your private chat is?
Yeah.
Beside it, there's a thing called comments, and then it has live, and then
starred. I know.
Yeah, but starred pulls up your super chats. Period.
I know, but I unstar them when I'm done reading them, and I accidentally unstarred one before I read it.
Oh, you went in and you actively undid the stream
on accident. I might be able to find it.
I am very sorry to whomever that was.
I'm very sorry to whoever that was. It is like a war crimes. Live stream crimes. Rebel Bird, thanks for the 10. Cheers to flippant and gratuitous clumping. Flippant and gratuitous clumping. Oh, it's so good. Unhung Hero, thanks for the 2. Jingy is the gift that keeps on up the grifting. Yep, that's right. Jingy, we love Jingy here. Patrick W, thanks for the 20. BBB is complaining about milking the story. Well, he shouldn't worry about that. With the 2 cows now liking to be led with a leather leash, he can massage those milkers dressed in their assless chaps all he wants. Holy cow, that was quite the super chat. Also, speaking of milking, wouldn't you say dragging out a case for 5 months longer than it should be is milking? Someone maybe is protesting too much. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 2. Bruce ×3, don't mess with Tug or you get the hammer. Oh, I can play my button.
If you ran your mouth like that in real life to me, I will beat you with a fucking hammer.
I love that. I love that button.
Oh, what a song, too.
I know, it's so good. Jinx Clemens, thanks for the, I don't know what that is, but thanks for it. Well, break my breadstick and BB boohoo Bruce. Daily Dysfunction, thanks for the Canadian too. I still don't get why this is Dave Neal's problem. I know, we haven't figured that out either. John Stuber, thanks for the 5. I burnt my granddaughter's mac and cheese. Does that make me famous like Boohoo Bruce?
I guess we're all famous then.
Cynic in Chief gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you for that. Welcome to the Fox Den, everybody. It's weird in here, but I swear you'll get used to it and you'll come to feel very at home here soon. Farber Frederick, thanks for the sexy something. It's kind of some kind of sexy money. Bubbles was on another channel today claiming that Gingras is a bad lawyer. Fun. Or maybe we can get those two to sue each other.
Oh my God.
Let's tell David Jingy, and then maybe he'll sue Bruce and get him off our backs.
People need to tell, oh my God, David, have you seen this lawyer coming at you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be funny.
By the way, David Jingy has a new lawyer coming after him as well. Looks like Potentially Criminal has made a video now about the lol cow lawyer, and he means David Gingras. I didn't get to watch it yet, but he has entered himself in a new case, and that case is being covered by Potentially Criminal now, and it's bad. It's just as bad as the Laura Owens case, I think. Darkborn, thanks for the 20. Boohoo Bruce needs to return his Cracker Jack Prize law degree. This is a textbook, frivolous, defamatory attempt to scare people off making content and could open him up to litigation. Oh, yes, it could. Because this is not only defamatory towards me, but it is an attempt to hurt and disrupt my business, my show, harm my reputation. So if he thinks that he's going to continue doing this and there will be no consequence, he has another thing coming. There will be. Mary Louise Resch, thanks for the 5. Would BBB like a little wine with his mac and cheese? Yeah, he's a big whiner. Mistrust Loon, thanks for the 5. Woohoo! I came for the fodder, stayed for the professional complacency. You mean complicity? Complicity.
Complicity, complacency,
Complicity, complacency.
I'm sure you've been blamed for both from this guy.
True. Mary Kay, thanks for the 6 for Megan's poor Stanley straw. Hey, I don't have that weird vein in my neck, though, that goes with the Stanley straw. Uncle Nene, I love this name. Uncle Nene. Watch me whip. Watch me, Nene. Uncle Nene, thanks for the 5. Did you hear Santa was heartbroken? He found out Mrs. Claus went to Vegas with $20. Oh, God.
That's funny.
That was good. Sapphire Sky, thanks for the 5. Dude wants to be on your famous walk. Oh, yeah, my board. You mean my wall. Blah. Thanks for the 2. It would be terrible if he reached out to Nick. Just terrible. I know, I agree. Yeah, don't reach out to Nick Ricada, please don't. Helen Gall gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Fox Den, everybody who got those. Razilla's Realm, thanks for the 5. Bruce turned Santa in for pimping on the Las Vegas Strip. All he was doing was pointing to the girls yelling, ho, ho, ho. I love that we're getting the Christmas jokes already. This is a lot of fun. You guys are coming in with the Christmas joking, and I dig it. I need to check something. Let me see if I can find those other super chats. Hold on. I think I can. Yes, I can. Yes. Okay. I lost 2 of them. Puzzled Puzzler, thanks for the 10, said these people project their attitudes and acts. They expect others to try and do the nasty things they would do. Is that the behavior of the people they have associated with in the past? Who knows? And then the other one that I lost was, oh, maybe I didn't lose it. I think
there's also this thing, they say it's because of his clients. There's another lawyer, not going to throw them in there because he does not talk shit about anyone on there. Again, I would disagree with some of his points that I've seen in court, but you know what? He's not making them on YouTube or anything else.
Right.
And he's been totally, professional about
He's
things.
acting like a normal lawyer, like who doesn't talk about active litigation.
Is he getting thrown in? No, not at all. So, I mean, I guess what differentiates the two? Oh, yeah, one of them's out there building a anti-what-the-hell's media ecosystem. That's the difference.
And Mary D says, what's with the mac and cheese case? It's the only thing I've missed in this case. Is it a fetish thing? Yep. Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. You didn't hear about the mac and cheese suit? Yeah.
It's so boring. Like, I couldn't even go over it if you wanted me to. It's so boring. I can't. Like, I just can't. I tried to read through his, and you can go on. There's other channels where he went on and talked about it if you're interested in it. I'm just not going to talk about it here. I am not. And this is what all started all of this. This is why he's angry with me, because he tried to contact me before all of this crap and wanted me to have him on to talk about his macaroni and cheese case. And I ignored him because I don't have time for garbage. And it was boring and not what I cover. So I said no. I didn't actually even say no. I didn't say anything. I just never responded. And he is angry with me. And this is revenge, is what this is. That's why he's doing what he's doing. All right, let's go back over to the letter. I lost it somehow. How did I lose it? What was I doing? I know it's on the screen, but I have to find the one on my actual screen. What the heck, Megan? How did you lose that? I lost my screen. It's got to be in here somewhere because it's on the screen. There it is. Okay. All right. I write this at the risk of becoming content fodder to further mock me and my clients, as this has been the case when I've written to other YouTube channels in hopes they'd cover the story more objectively. See Shizzy Wiznut, who is fond of writing letters to me to read on his streams that mock me and my clients and showcase what he clearly believes is clever and colorful use of language. Not
totally not.
Black.
Oh, burn. Oh, totally a burn, man.
Oh my God, get out your Becky. We need your Becky icon for this. It's just
Oh my God.
colorful
Me
use
too.
of language. Not. We're using the
I
wrong.
totally agree with you, Bruce. I'm totally twirling my hair now.
It's totally clever. It's not clever at all. Not. Well, I can't believe he wrote this. Is a lawyer writing this. A lawyer. If you'd give me a call. Oh, yeah. Like Dave Neal wants to call this guy. Can you imagine? It's like Dave's worst nightmare to get another letter from like some other crazy lawyer, like another lawyer asking him to call him. Come on, just call me on the phone. Call me on the phone. Like that's what Gingras does. If you'd give me a call. Again, another Gingras, something he has in common with Jingy. They're always trying to get people to call them. I think you'll realize that not only am I the furthest thing from Gingras as a lawyer, but unlike his case and client, mine are on the right side. No, sir. No, they're not. Not in my opinion, but I guess we'll wait and see what the court has to say. So far, the courts have had one thing to say to Bruce and his clients.
Denied. Sit down.
Please check out coverage on the channels reporting the true story, which is that YouTuber Jeremy Hales has fabricated storylines using innocent, powerless people's lives to sell as entertainment for profit. I'm CCing each of those channels on this email. And here they are.
Yeah, that says more than anything right there.
Mm-hmm.
It actually says a lot too, because there were questions about the what the hell's media ecosystem and who exactly they include, huh?
Mm-hmm. Now we know for sure that these three channels are in the what the hell's media ecosystem. I'm very disappointed in Ray, by the way. Very disappointed in him. You're a serious commentator, he says to Dave Neal, comedian. That's the worst insult he could give Dave. Jeez, what did Dave ever do to you, Bruce? Your coverage of Gingras is spot on. I couldn't agree more. He is a fool, and he's digging his hole deeper with his appeal and YouTube statements. He could easily pursue the very same issue on appeal that they wanted to dismiss, and so all the subsequent fees were not their doing. In a straightforward facts and law argument, sans the undisguised vitriol versus the judge. Yeah, this is a total pot calling the kettle black situation. Yep. It's of concern to me that someone of your caliber may form a falsely negative impression of me as a person or as a lawyer based on some lies or even just flippant comments made by Megan Fox to you. I'm attaching the macaroni and cheese story. It's a big scandal involving a now federal judge in Connecticut. Give it a read if you can. Here's a link to an interview by a blogger about it. Yeah, no, thank you. And below my signature is a synopsis of the What the Hales Matter written by Megan Fox's former foil turned new friend, Shara Michelle, whose nickname Megan used to gleefully for months call. I never did that. I never did that. Here's another false statement. I never called her that. I called her Shara or we called her Jokeless.
Jokeless, man. That's
we never called her that, did we, Tug?
No, actually, I've been trained as a child. My mom hated fart jokes and anything like that. So that word automatically in my brain is like, I'll say a lot of things, but I can just hear my mom being like, no.
Me too. I never called her that. And guess who's calling her that now? The Fleas.
Indeed.
They put it up on their community page today, and they repeated it like 6 or 7 times. This is a lie. Bruce, you find where I've called her that and not been like repeated something that like a super chatter said. Even then, I don't think I did. Even then in super chats, I think I said Shara. I didn't like that, and I never said it. So yeah, find out where I said that, because that's garbage. Best regards. Let's speak. Best regards. It's
all the best.
All the best. Yeah, I was just gonna say all the best. Bruce. So
Brucey. That's amazing. That's actually quite. There's so many elements in that are absolutely insane. Him reaching out to David Gingras wanting to do this. I think that is one of the biggest takeaways from this, though.
Yeah, I would like him to produce his evidence for all of these alleged defamatory things he says that I have said. Not my opinions of him, not just criticism, but actual defamatory statements. He hasn't been able to come up with one. Like that's why I'm like, he doesn't have any, because there haven't been any. I haven't said anything defamatory. I know what defamation is. It has to be false and knowingly false and malicious. Not just false, but knowingly false. If you say something that's false and you don't know that it's false, and then you find out it's not, that it's, what you said was false, and you say, oh, I will correct that. That is not defamation. He has not pointed out to me once where I've said anything that could be considered defamatory, nor has he said anything to me about, hey, you need to correct this thing you said because it's defamatory. Like, for instance, when Slug was talking on his channel about not talking about Jeremy anymore, he made the statement that you and me, had filed false copyright strikes. And I contacted him immediately and I said, oh, no, you need to correct that. I have never done that. I have never used DCMA to hit anybody's channel in any way falsely at all. You need to correct that. And he did, because that would have been a defamatory statement, but it wouldn't have been really something I would sue for, because I knew he didn't know that what he was saying was false. Someone had told him that, he repeated it. He didn't know it was false. And he did retract it. And that's what needs to be done. This man has never asked me to retract anything I've said about him, except complain that I've said he's an ambulance chaser.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, and he didn't have any clients. Remember that one too.
Right. We were joking. It doesn't seem like he has any clients, because
actually, again, it has to be knowingly false.
Yeah, I don't know what his clients
satire, joking. That is also
that's not defamation. Yeah. And also, by the way, it does seem like he doesn't have many clients, because he sits around on a live stream for 4 or 5 hours at a time. So how could you be a lawyer and have a lot of clients when you're sitting around 5 hours on a day on YouTube? That doesn't make any sense. So I think Squid was telling me earlier that Bruce was in her live chat this morning and talking about how he didn't think it was fair to be compared to Gingras. It really bothers him. This really bothers him. So you know what? I'm going to have to make some memes of him and Jingy, maybe cruising together. If we could find a picture of Bruce in his short shorts, we can put him and David Jingy on a cruise together.
Oh, European cruise. Yeah, they could be shorts in and out. They could be in a short shorts contest.
So funny. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 2. Butthurt Bruce needs more slaps. People who act like this, by the way, who can't take a joke and who don't understand free speech, they do deserve more ridicule. Les Wag, thanks for the 5. New board needed soon for LOLyers with bar complaints and those who tried to gag you. Isn't it amazing to have these lawyers who are trying to shut up the press, trying to make the press be quiet? And shouldn't lawyers in law school 101, like your very first day, isn't that the day that you learn about the First Amendment and what it means, and that you're supposed to take an oath to protect the Constitution, including the First Amendment, including speech you don't like? That's why we call you a LOLyer, Bruce, because you're a dummy. Sarah Annie Anderson, thanks for the 5. Megan, when I said I threw the baby away but kept the foreskin, I was making a joke about him being Deuce foreskin. Gotcha. I got it. All right. Angel Asylum, thanks for the 2. Has Silverman returned his call yet? Probably not. I mean, who would? This guy is unhinged. He is bizarre. No lawyers act like this. Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 2. His next move is motion to compel lunch. Jack Miles, thanks for 2. He should do the motion to compel lunch. That would be funny. Jack Miles, thanks for the 2. Bruce is mad because he couldn't get your address. Yeah, that is what he wanted with that copyright strike. I'm sure of it. Shifter Brains, thanks for the 10. Just to piss BBB off, here's some breadstick money. You and Tug rightfully deserve whatever you earn. BBB and the haters represents the saying, thou protest too much. And Puzzled Puzzler, thanks for the 2. What happens if Bruce takes Viagra? He gets taller. I just got that. was really funny.
Gets
like that.
taller. That's amazing.
Cindy Brown, thanks for the 2. Which suit did he write the filing for? Okay, so the first filing that he talked about writing in that email he sent to me, that was the one when she was pro se in the federal court. So he wrote like some response that went into the federal court that she put her name on that he actually admits to writing. And then he entered the court. Then I believe that he also wrote the other 2 lawsuits. Because he is like, they got another lawyer named Scott Stark to be on the filings, but I'm pretty sure Bruce wrote them. I don't know if he's admitted to doing that or not, but he sure seems to know a lot about them. And that's his MO, is like being the one behind the scenes, doing all that. That would be the thumbnail lawsuit and the trespass 5. There's another lawsuit they filed against a bunch of people who went to help someone get his camper off of Lynette's property, Lloyd. And he was in the hospital with a broken hip, and he needed his camper taken off of her property, and they went to go get it, and they had to take a sheriff with them, and she sued the sheriff too, saying that it was illegal and invasion or something. It was crazy. Lori Netzel, thanks for the 5. Complicity professional.
Well, he was nice enough to remind me that I hadn't gone and archived everything that Shizzy Wisnet had to write to him, so I was working on that while we were talking.
Oh, good. You know what else? So I want to show you about this is nuts. We don't have, what time is it? 4:30. Okay, I don't have much time left because I'm going out to dinner tonight, so I'm not going to be here for much longer. But I do want to show you guys this. I was wondering, how were the hate channels going to respond to the John Cook disastrous message to Shara, claiming that he was under control, but if the kid wasn't here, he would have already shot Jeremy in the face and fed him to alligators. So I was waiting for somebody to try to respond to that, and this is what they're going with. Have you seen this yet, Tug? I think I sent you a...
I have not really looked over it, though, so this will be kind of a...
I sent you a screenshot, but let's go over here and look at what they posted today on the community page, the PR page. This is the PR team, the self-styled PR team, part of the anti-What the Hale's media ecosystem. This is what they say here. Pathetic attempts to win over the germ. They're calling her the Shara with a T, which I won't say. They're doing it. Here it is right here. So is Bruce going to complain about that to somebody, that his people, his PR people, are now using that word to talk about Shara?
Of course he would. I mean, he's not a hypocrite, right? Right?
What an ass. Shara, your editing skills need some fine tuning. So they're calling it edited. They're calling the email or the text message in Facebook. It's Facebook Messenger. I don't know what you call those Facebook messages. Number 1, John doesn't speak like that. I am in control. LOL. Yeah, no. What is so unusual about the phrase "I am in control"? If she said to him before that, you seem out of control.
Wait, are they in communication with John Cook too? Might want to preserve those messages as well.
Yeah, please preserve those messages. Number 2, this is supposedly a private message with, and there's the word again, with Shara, of which she knows nothing being said above or below it. Well, she already explained that when she blocked him, she unsent all of her messages. So Facebook will do that. They delete your messages. So it's not there. But you can tell from the context what the conversation was.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell what's there.
Number 3, it's made to look like a Facebook post, which it is not. Fake. I don't know how they managed to... Listen, Shara's turning over her evidence. She's being called as a witness in this case. So they will have to authenticate it, and I'm sure she will be able to do that.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
That'll be very simple to do.
Yeah. Number 4, John barely spoke to Shara. Look, she's using it again. This is the 3rd time now. Never liked her. Yeah, well, he did, though, speak to her. You said barely, so that means he did.
Yeah, he did. Thank you for confirmation.
Thank you for the confirmation. And Shara actually told me, she doesn't have very many communications with John, just a little bit, just a couple of messages, including the one where he admits to her that he would shoot Jeremy in the face and feed him to alligators. Weird. Number 5, it's clearly cut and pasted together. I don't see any cut and pasting together. I didn't see that, but we'll look at it again. Number 6, the attempt is based on a date over a year ago, a supposed threat that Shara, using the word again, kept secret. Number 7, this is cyber stalking on Shara's part, using that word again, doxing private chats. No, private chats are not really private, by the way. Don't ever send anything to anybody you don't want read publicly, because it's very possible that they will one day release them, and there's nothing you can do about that because you consented to send this message to another person. That now belongs to that person, and they are free to do whatever they want with it. So you have to know that going in, I always tell people, text like the FBI is going to read it. Text like you're going to have to read it on the stand one day. Because you probably, or you might have to. Number 8, it's highly notable of the thanks Germ is giving her. I don't even know what that means. It's highly notable of the thanks. What does that mean?
He said thank you because
So what?
she was telling the truth. Therefore, they've been alleging this crazed conspiracy because apparently, this was so thought out there that Shara, everything that she was saying or doing publicly, apparently was just something to get her get MP and JC to get their guard down. It's like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. Okay, so then it says, number 9, you are all guilty of violating 18 USC 2261A. This is their cyber stalking federal code, I think, or it might be the RICO one. I'm not sure. But it's garbage. First of all, this person is not a lawyer, nor is she a law enforcement. She cannot say who is violating what. That would be a legal opinion, and she's not qualified to give it. Number 10, another ill attempt at, and using that expletive again, seeking attention. An ill attempt at Shara seeking attention. Shara could have a whole lot more attention than she's getting right now. We have asked Shara to come on this program. She has not wanted to do that. She's declined. She has been, lots of people, she could have gone on lots of people's programs. She has declined. She has not wanted to bring attention to herself. She absolutely could if she wanted to, but that's not what this is. Number 11, if Germ was in danger or in fear, he would harass, stalk, and film his neighbor, period. He wouldn't. She says he wouldn't harass, stalk, and film his neighbor, period. Does this make any sense to you? If you thought your neighbor was stalking you, Tug, would you absolutely film them all the time?
Didn't one of them film their neighbor like quite a bit?
Yeah. One of these buttered blunder twins did. She put it on YouTube too. She filmed her neighbor, and she thinks that, and then I think she made a response to that and basically said, yeah, and they went to jail or they had a felony, and other people were doing it too because they were bad neighbors. It just figures, Shall I go on? Only mindless fools would believe any of this crap from, there it is again, and minions. Honorable mentions does not make for award-winning songwriters from Billboard. Try hitting a Billboard chart. I know I have. Ha ha, ha ha. Keep trying. There it is again. How many times is that? This is like 12, Shara.
Hey, they just keep going after Shara. Please do. You know why? Because you're going to motivate Shara to draw more bombshells.
Can't wait for your depo. Now that you know that she's a witness, though, when does this become witness intimidation?
Well, especially considering here's a big question that I have. Considering they all keep talking about how, she was tied in, legal privilege and all of that. Their PR, are they considering themselves tied into legal privilege and all of that? Because then you get into some real problems with witness intimidation.
Yeah, if they were acting on his behalf, or they were working for him, or they're connected as the PR team, then they have to be careful about how they behave in public because they're part of a legal team. right? And a lawyer cannot be connected with witness intimidation. So here's what they said about her filming her neighbors. I'd like to thank Wendy for sharing my creeper shorts of a neighbor. She just pointed out to 725,000 people as to why Jeremy will face criminal repercussions. You see, Wendy wasn't around then, but many were. Not only has she proven my point, she made herself look like an ass. Creeper not only received 3 years probation, but is now sitting in jail for violating probation because he's an egomaniac just like Jeremy that thought he was above the law and couldn't leave the other neighbor alone. But again, she's missing the point. She filmed her neighbor all the time. She filmed her neighbor that she said was stalking her, which is her right to do. You have a right to film your neighbor. And Jeremy has a right to film his neighbors. The idea, they're so clueless. They're so blind to what they are doing. They're accusing everybody of doing the things they are doing. It's unbelievable.
It's not. So at some point you have to be like, is it all cluelessness or is it intentional as well? I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, is it? I don't know. But there's just a lot of lying that goes on over there. And I did want to show you this, though. This is funny. You'll get a kick out of this. The elder statesman made a video recently, and I just couldn't help myself anymore. I haven't said anything, but I feel a little bit like connected to the elder statesman because I was on that program with Larry when we were pushing people over to his channel and we were getting him to 10,000 subscribers and we helped him get there. And I was a part of that. And so now I feel like responsible for some of the people who are over there listening to this garbage that he's putting out now. And this really kills me because this guy has he's got a big, oh, he turned comments off. That tracks. No more comments.
Of course not.
I was going to show you the comments, but I'm glad I took screenshots. Oh no, wait, there they are. I had my screen was wrong. Okay, and the screen was too big. That's all. It's still there. Oh my gosh. Good for him. Okay. All right. I had enough of this because in this video that he put up over here, it was all about he's always doing this thing where he's telling people to be godly and Christian and the Christian people putting up the fence. We're all Christian hearts together as one. Yeah. So I finally, he never addresses this and I finally put it up there and I'd like to see if he's going to respond. I'd really like to know how as a Christian you support people selling penis-shaped and female genitalia-shaped rocks on the same stream they grift on a little girl. Magic rocks aren't biblical, Ray. Witchcraft is forbidden for Christians, Ray. I sent you a lot of viewers several months ago, but now you're hooking up with women who walk men around on dog leashes and lick boots. Where is that in the Bible? Also, you've seen the message where John Cook says he would shoot Jeremy in the face to feed him to alligators. What's your Christian perspective on that sentiment? Have an answer for those things, Ray? I'd really like to hear you address those things specifically instead of talk around it. You've hooked up with some real strange people for a Christian. Dildos and vages, Ray, on a stream about a minor child. Pretty terrible stuff. Have an explanation for that? He has not deleted it yet, but he did delete our good pal Mary Lankins replied to this and had a funny response, and he deleted that one. So that one's gone. And Shara got deleted too. Shara had made a comment and Shara's is gone. So he is busy deleting things, but he didn't delete this one. So maybe he's going to address it. I hope so, because I'd really like to hear him do the acrobatics to get around that one.
This case is so bizarre.
It's so bizarre. I know.
I mean,
did you ever think we'd be discussing penis-shaped crystals on this show?
I mean, just what happened in this live stream. So we have lawyer, right? Other lawyer who just lost a case talking about how, there were allegations again, fake pregnancies, over and over, protective orders, false allegations of art. But then he's like, no, I agree that he is a piece of trash. Why are you comparing me to then Oh my God, I can't.
Why are you sparing me? I think I might send a copy of that letter to Jingy. I think maybe Jingy needs to see a copy of that letter. Because
he is a YouTuber now.
yeah. I mean, I would love to see those two go at each other's throats. That would be funny. I mean, Dose Reality says, "Oh my God, I love the comment to Ray." Well, I'm serious about it. I really want to know what his explanation is, because that's how he couches all of his commentary, is that he's a Christian person and this is the right thing to do, to help the disabled and the downtrodden. Even if the disabled and the downtrodden are doing terrible things to people, he thinks that's the way to go. And I really want to know from his Christian perspective, because I'm a Christian too. From his Christian perspective, I want to know, how is he supporting this and calling these Christian people who are like into magic rocks and stuff and selling adult products on a stream where they talk about a 5-year-old, and they're grifting on and making money off of her? They're making money off of her. They're using her. There was an entire website they set up before we caught them, and then they took it right down because it looked terrible for them. Calling themselves the PR team.
Remember the excuse for that though was it wasn't ready for public consumption. Oh, so you were their PR team, and all these pictures, it'd be 2 paragraphs, picture of a kid on beside it, and that happened multiple times. Then there were a bunch of links for different things for raising money. There was also a PO box. Write the kid, address it to the kid, not in care of, nothing else, but straight to the kid's name. Okay.
God, no. Sally Etheridge, the Bruce we are talking about, is not Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer. Absolutely not. Bruce Rivers is a good lawyer. I'm talking about Bruce, who is his last name is Matskin. He is representing Lynette Preston, and he is not anything like Bruce Rivers. No. That's defamatory against Bruce Rivers.
I can't believe Bruce says so many horrible things. He is currently one of my favorite lawyers. What are you talking about?
Well, Bruce.
I didn't say it was good or anything else. I just said one of my favorites.
You know what I forgot to show? What I forgot to show you guys on here, because I totally forgot that I had it. I forgot that I did it. But remember when Bruce hit me for copyright? He did it because I played his that Bruce, that's where it comes from the voicemail that his ex-girlfriend or someone he knew left all these voicemails for him, screaming at him, Bruce, you think you're so whatever, and she's calling him like all these names. Well, he hit me for that, and I did make an AI version, and I forgot to play it. What the heck did I do with it? Let me see if I can find it, because it was funny.
I remember you talking about you were going to do that. I didn't know you'd actually do it.
And I did do it. I did. I actually did it, but I don't remember what I called it. Let me see. That's the song. It would be... How do I get thumbnails to show up? I need thumbnails. There we go. Because I'll remember the picture. I even made an AI picture of his office to go over it, with the boombox on the chair. It was so funny. Let's see if I can find it. Hold, please. Where's my hold button?
No.
You always say the same thing when I put on. No. Oh, what did I do with it? I made it. God, I have so many videos. This is totally a stupid amount of videos in my folder. Oh man, I've forgotten what I called it. This is terrible. I don't know what I called it. Let's see, maybe it's in my editor, because it was funny. And then you would understand where Bruce came from, because he, this woman was on his voicemail just freaking out, and he posted this on YouTube. He posted a woman berating him and calling him the C word. She said, "You're just like a woman. You're just like a woman. You're not a good friend. And it was heartbreaking, but also kind of hilarious. Oh, that's what I called it. I called it AI Bruce. Okay, now I know where to look for it. All right, let me go and do that again because I'm going to find it because it's funny. AI Bruce. See, he can't hit me for this because this is not his actual audio. I made AI do it. And I also recreated his office.
Real sorry case, honey. Think about your own self. Bruce. You're a fucking asshole. I hate your guts.
What do you think? You like look at it? Do you see us? Did you see us? He's got this super messy office.
I like
look,
it. We're just hanging out. We're chillaxing right by that. We're like,
also,
man.
do you see the picture frame?
Yep.
And what's on the computer?
Of course, it has to be like that. You know. He probably has like if you zoom in on the ceiling, it's probably got like a blow up of freaking both of us on there. Yeah.
And he's watching our show. And he's watching the super chats go by, and he's just dying. He's just dying. This is a literal recreation of and the thing is 12 minutes long. This woman goes on for 12 minutes, all about what a terrible person he is. Now he took money from her, and he put that on YouTube. So I am not the only person who thinks this guy is a douchebag. There's evidence on his own YouTube channel. The people in his life think he's such a douchebag. They call his voicemail like it's 1985, leaving messages for 12 minutes in a row. Oh, so funny. Did I ever play the AI version? I feel like I didn't play it. I went
You're
to
a
it again.
real sorry case, honey. Think about your own self. Bruce. You're a fucking asshole. I hate your guts.
You're a fucking asshole. I hate your guts. I like how the AI sounds a little Canadian. That cracked me up. So now somebody says the chat says my comment on Ray's channel has been deleted now. I don't know. Let me see. Let me go check.
What is it been deleted while you're live?
While I'm live. I still see it, but let me refresh. Refreshing. No, it's still there. I still see it.
I was like, wow, that wouldn't be a statement or anything, would it?
I still see it. It's good. All right, let's see. John Stuber, thanks for the 5. The more these PRs talk, the more it helps Jeremy's case. I agree. They should keep doing it. Jada, this is the time of year to ignore breadsticks and buy cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie. All the best, all the best. Oh, you want the all the best button? You got it. You got it.
All the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best. All the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best. Megan Fox.
Nothing will ever top that musical for me. Nothing.
Cranberry pie money. There you go.
Fallen Hero 4567 gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird in here for sure. It's weird in here, but you'll get used to it. Shade 85, thanks to the 5. Netflix would get a lot of money if they negotiated a deal. It just keeps going. I know. This should be a documentary. Lori Netzel, thanks for the 2. Complicity professional. You know, the thing about the stories that I find, Tug, I know the Laura Owens one is going to be turned into a documentary. And this one really could be too. I have such a knack for this. This will be the 3rd story that has been turned into a documentary eventually. I have another one that the documentary's been in the works for several years. The problem with it is that so far there's like a political issue with getting networks to sign on to it, but I have a knack for it. I have a knack for finding stories that make great documentaries. Lily Smith, thanks for the 5. What's with Shizzy? A few days ago he was shilling for Lynette. Now he's not. Shizzy?
No, not Shizzy. No
he was
way.
probably joking and you didn't understand.
Yeah,
you must have missed it.
No way.
He was telling a joke, probably. Shizzy has been, reporting this normally, like most people, like who look at the facts of the case and they go, oh, wow, this poor guy, Jeremy, is being harassed by his neighbors. And, one of the things that really bothers me is that the cops, the Levy County Police, I tweeted this out today because I was thinking about it this morning. I tweeted this out. In fact, let's look at it because this is, we were going to look at this and I forgot to do that. So let me share this. I want to look at the message from John Cook that the hate channels say now is fake. This is the thing. And I tweeted this out. The scary message from Levy County Sheriff and county prosecutors is, if you have a big platform like Jeremy Hale's, like he does, you can't be in danger from stalkers, even if they threaten you with death, because they think the famous guy is exaggerating it for clicks, and it's shameful. And this is the message that Shara showed us that says, and I don't know why they say that this is not, let me go where I can zoom in. Hold on. Let me pull this up on a new tab and then switch over. Oh, there we go. We're here. All right. So what this is a screenshot of her Facebook. And I guess they're saying it's clipped because there's this pink around it, maybe. But this is clearly her browser, which is open. And
it's clipped. Oh, you mean it doesn't show the entirety of a message exchange? Oh, wow. Huh. So it somehow negates his statement? Is that what you're going with? Yeah, the background is just an added background. There's nothing there because the messenger itself, what she's done here is you can see the inbox and community. You know, it would show everyone else. So, of course, you're going to clip that down because you don't want everybody else's name showing there. But she made sure that John Cook's name is at the very top and it is a message.
And it's here. Yeah. And it's dated.
And he got the date. She put the date. That's going to be, wow. And you know, it's really bad. Again, all these people, there's morons out there that slop that up, pretending, oh, yeah, sure, it's all edited. Okay, well, you know, it's going to end up in court filing.
It's going to end up in court. And there's ways to verify these things and have, a tech person look at Shara's account. And it's going to be there. This is not, did not make this up. That is not what Shara is doing. And she would never do that. Listen, I've spoken to Shara, including today, and she had seen some of the things they're saying about her, and she's really scared about it. You know, she is not happy about the way that she's being targeted. And believe me, if she had another alternative to not come forward with this, she wouldn't have. But she feels very strongly that she needs to come forward because there are things in here that she believes the child is in danger, and she believes that Jeremy Hales and George are in danger as well. And this message right here proves it. I am under control. If HG wasn't around, I would have shot him in the face already and fed him to an alligator, this says.
Yeah, so they're talking about no context or anything, too. Okay, well, she's questioning him, it sounds like, about his control. You know, it sounds like there's questions of whether or not he's acting crazy, because that is some crazy bullshit.
Yes, it is.
And of course, we ignore all the other ones, right? About him talking about using fake accounts to go out and to harass Jeremy Hales. We're supposed to ignore all of that too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is crazy to me. It's crazy to me that not only does the Levy County Sheriff just completely treat Jeremy like he'll never need protection from these people because he's semi-famous or whatever. But then even if you showed them this, I guarantee you they'd do nothing. I guarantee you they'll do nothing. By the way, there's 3,000 of you here watching. I'm not sure how many of you are here on YouTube and how many are on X and how many on Rumble, but wherever you are, make sure you hit that thumbs up and like button, and make sure that you subscribe, because I have lost a bunch of my subscribers and nobody did the flounce out the door. So I'm pretty sure that it's a YouTube thing, because normally when I lose subscribers, they just get pissed off and they tell me about it. Like, you did this, you said that. And then I make fun of them and I post that on Twitter and I laugh. But I didn't get one flounce out the door, but I lost like over 300 subs. So I think it's YouTube. Make sure you check your subscription status. You might have been unsubscribed by YouTube because they claim they clean out bots and then they just delete subscribers. They love to do
that. Shara, by the way, I think they're scared of her too, because she's growing. She has 2.54K subscribers, and her last videos, they go like this. The one she put up 2 weeks ago that showed the beginning of messages and whatnot, 9.6K views, rolling on 10K. The second one that she put up, the Jamie one, 6.1K views. This one, 2 days ago, right at 9,000 views.
We need to get, what is her subscriber count up to?
It's 2,540 something. So
Well, I would really like to see her surpass the big hater channel.
Get her 4K.
And get her, yeah, I'd really like to see that happen. And so if you guys could get over there and subscribe to Shara's YouTube channel, I was trying to pull up YouTube so I could get let me pull up YouTube so I can get her. If the mods can drop her channel in there, I'd appreciate that. Because that's where Shara's going to be putting her her information. And she's not making any commentary on it. She is simply just putting out the evidence that she has. And, you know, I think she deserves a lot of support for being as brave as she is, because as you can see, they are really going after her hard. And they are going to continue doing that. So here's her YouTube. Please go and subscribe. She only needs like, I don't know, 1,000 more before she surpasses the fleas. That would be great. That would be absolutely great. They will hate that. They will hate that so much. So somebody pointed out in the chat that if I am hidden from Ray's channel, that I can see it, but nobody else can.
But no one else could.
Yeah, you should go check and see if you can see it. It's on the video that is called, let's see, what's it called? It is called, Otter Creek, A Time to Heal and a Time to Feel.
It's that real.
He's got a new one up called, Are These Videos Used as Tools for Gay Bashing? Who's he accusing of gay bashing now? Unbelievable.
This is all bad. This is some crazy PR shit, I'm telling you. Accusing people of gay bashing and everything else.
It's just absurd. Yeah, don't come for #myhomos. I've got plenty of homos here, and they will come after you. I do not make them angry. We don't have any gay bashing going on here. We do have gays that we love, though. Lots of them.
There's only 44 comments, so I'm gonna scan every one of them. And
okay.
See if you pop up on there. I haven't found you yet.
If you go to newest, because it was only 21 hours.
You're not showing on the.
Oh, okay. So he has deleted. He's hidden me from his channel.
Yeah, you're hidden. It looks like I can't find you anywhere.
Okay, that tracks. So he's not going to answer the question, I guess. I guess he doesn't want to answer from a Christian perspective what he thinks about adults talking about little children while selling rocks shaped like penises and hoo-has.
I believe any commentary that asks any kind of question whatsoever has been deleted. So anything that doesn't just march lockstep.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will admit that I will on my channel, I'll delete comments if they're harassing in nature, but I would not have deleted a comment like that asking me to address something because I'm not a coward and I will just address it. Like you want me to address something that you think I haven't talked about, I will absolutely pull it up and we'll talk about it.
If your comment disappeared on my channel, then YouTube removed it. Because
YouTube does that too.
You know, I just don't get way too many on there. So unless it's just an out and out scam, link or something, then I just don't have time to roll through them all. So I mean, there are people that get their stuff removed and they're like, "Oh my God, look, it's being censored by." No, you're not. You're not being censored by.
Right? Yeah, YouTube does that a lot too. Oh gosh. Okay. There's 4 more super chats and then I got to get out of here. I got stuff I got to do. I'm going to dinner.
I think I stayed longer than I said, but
yeah, you need to go too.
I'll let you finish.
All right. Ellie fan, thanks for the 5. This is far more entertaining than cleaning the house. Thanks for the break, laughs and snark. Well, you could have been cleaning while you were listening, That's not really a great excuse.
Way. No.
Cindy Brown, thanks to the 5. As a techie, posts on Facebook and messages on Messenger are different, very different. Yeah, Facebook has terrible technology. It's just hard to navigate. Patricia Cerny, thanks to the 10. Even Lloyd said John told him that he would unalive Jeremy. Yeah, there's plenty of evidence that this has been going on for a while, but the sheriff doesn't want to hear about it. and the prosecutor doesn't want to hear about it. And I am going to keep telling you about it. I'm going to keep covering this story. Nobody is going to be chasing me off this case through threats and intimidation or this defamatory thing where you're going around going to my contacts. What's next? You're going to start emailing my family members. You're going to start trying to get them to shame me out of it. But trust me, my family members, they know better. They know that there's nothing they can do to stop me from talking. They've tried. Trust me, they tried my whole life. Ask my dad. So they call me Mega Mouth for a reason. They've given up long ago on that one. All right, guys, thank you. Mega Mouth. Thank you so much. Oh, Torin, I need to send you an email. I did get it, the camera boom for the Lego streams, but I have no idea how to set it up. So thank you for sending it, but I don't know what in the heck to do with it. So you're going to have to, I'm going to email you and maybe you can walk me through what I'm supposed to do. Or send me some pictures of how it gets set up. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I even showed it to my husband too. And he was like, I'm stumped. I don't know where it's supposed to go. So just email me and we'll figure it out. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Tug, are you streaming anytime soon?
I may stream tonight. I'm thinking about it. I'll decide in the next 20 minutes.
All right.
This subject, I mean, this is fascinating. I'm going to let that, I'm thinking about, that letter is amazing. So
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. So did I send it to you? I don't remember if I did. Do you have it? All right. I'll forward it. I'll forward it to you. And then you can, if you want to go over it again, you probably should, because there's more in there. I feel like I could read it 3 more times and still come up with new stuff.
A lot just to sit down. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's just crazy. All right, so we will. So Tug might be back later. Dave Neal is going live in 2 hours. I know he's going to be doing updates in the Laura Owens case. He invited me to go on, but I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to be out to dinner. But if some of you who are following that might want to go over and see that in about 2 hours, or Tug might be streaming as well. So he's gonna make that decision soon, and we'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Get on down to Otter Creek, where your problem seems small when you see the squall in Otter Creek. It's full of freaks, warning neighbors, angry gators, stolen trailers, and little people in the walls. Otter Creek truly has it all. Otter Creek, oh my, my. Otter Creek, it'll make you cry. Otter Creek, don't come on by. In Otter Creek, you might just die. The cops turn a blind eye to all kinds of crimes. The prosecutor's lazy, they toss more than they try. If you get held up at gunpoint, don't bother calling it in. Nobody will pay for it, you just can't win. Otter Creek, oh my, my. Otter Creek, it'll make you cry. Otter Creek, don't come on by. In Otter Creek, you might just die.